Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am Shar. I hope everyone had a happy, Merry Thanksgiving. I just wanted to come today. It's a blessed day. It's a Friday. And yet it's, as I always say, always drama. Um, with these freaking celebrities, it's a mess. Um, I never thought that on my channel, um, right now, I'll be coming to you talking about Omarion. I never thought that. No diss to Omarion, but I just never thought I'd be wanting or needing to talk about Omarion at this point. But here I am talking about Omarion because that is what I'm coming to you guys to talk about. I'm coming to talk about Omarion, this Lil Fizz character, and his baby mother, April. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned before in the past, but I'm not very big on love and hip hop, especially the Hollywood episodes. I watch the um, the New York one, but not so much the Hollywood one. Now, I will watch the new season of Love and Hip Hop New York because I kind of just like the New York characters better than the Hollywood ones. The Hollywood series, I don't really care for the characters at the Hollywood one. I don't know why. They just seem like faker. Um, I don't know. They're just such plastic people, but that's Hollywood, right? With the boobs and the Botox and the butts, and and then they're not very interesting. I don't know, whatever, who cares? But, um, we got introduced to April, I think her last name is Jones, um, through the Love and Hip Hop episodes. At least I did. That's where I first saw her. And I think her baby daddy was on there with her for a brief time, Omarion. I guess he decided to do a season or a couple of episodes, one season way back when, because you kind of really haven't seen him on there since. It was probably just her idea, to be honest with you, because from what I'm seeing of Omarion now, which is not much, but he doesn't really appear to be, you know, really into all the bull crap. So it was probably her idea. Now, Lil Fizz is a fellow member of B2K. B2K was a major boy band or boy group back in the mid 90s or early to no, not the mid 90s, maybe like late 90s or early 2000s or mid 2000s. I know that's not really narrowing it down. I liked him, but I wasn't really into him. I didn't really get into B2K. However, I did, hum some of their songs, and when they came on the radio, I probably listened to a song here and there. What I do know is that Omarion was the major player in the group. He was like the main character in the group. He danced, he sung, and he did it pretty good in the group. I know that he's a hell of a dancer, okay? And J Bug or J Bog, however you say his name, Boog. Um, uh, he was really just a backup member. I mean, no diss to him either, but the fixture was Omarion, period. And so in my head, I feel like in this order, it was Omarion is what people focused on. And then the other light-skinned guy, not Lil Fizz ass, but I don't even know his name. I just know he was like light-skinned, but a little more chunkier than the rest of the guys. I don't know his name though. But and he had like fuller lips, but I don't know his name. Light skinned, a little chunkier than the rest, fuller lips. That one, so that's where everybody's eyes went to Omarion first, and then they went to this one that I'm talking about. I don't know his name, a little chunkier, lighter skinned guy. And then I feel like they went to the J Bug, and then they went to Lil Fizz. Sorry. And I feel like this is why Lil Fizz is so shady, so faulty, so fucked up like a $3 bill. I feel like because he was never really a factor, and it's unfortunate that when you kind of know you're not really a factor, and you really don't know how to rise above that. Like, you really don't know how to make your mark. You don't really know what your niche is to be great in your own right. You know what I mean? I feel like Omarion is great in his own right because of his dancing. You know, he's not like a Brian McKnight in terms of singing, but, you know, he can hold a tune and it sounds good or whatever. But I think his real power or niche was dancing. I mean, that's just me. I mean, he may pride himself being a hell of a singer as well, but I'm just saying, for me, I feel like his major niche was dancing. And I feel like Lil Fizz couldn't find what his major niche was, like what he was like good at and just could share with the world. He didn't know, he couldn't find it. And in my head, after all these years, I feel like he doesn't have one. And that's okay. But you just have to know, you have to own it, and you kind of have to continue that search. I mean, it may not even be in entertainment what you discover your niche is, you know. But the thing is, because he doesn't know what his niche is, and because he doesn't know what his strengths are, and he's not brave enough to really look deep within to find out what it is that he's about and what it is that he's good at, he'd rather try to play up someone that he's really not in competition with. Like, he may be in competition with Omarion in his head, but Omarion is not really in competition with him. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, Lil Fizz is kind of messed up, and it's unfortunate. And when you are just boldly defeated like that, you kind of do shady shit, like trying to go after the man's girl or the man's wife, or, you know what I mean? So, at this point, Omarion announced that he is pretty much going solo with his own act, with this new Millennium Tour, right? J Boog, as we all saw on these episodes of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, that he was a big advocate of B2K being a part of that, because they want to make money. They, you know, I'm not sure what they're making, but, you know, what is it, 4 of them? They're probably getting like a good $100,000+. Like, out of the 4 of them, they may be splitting. They may be taking home like $200,000-300,000 a piece or something. I mean, I'll be surprised if it's in the millions. I don't think it is. It could be, though. You know, the tour, they said, did really well, especially out west, like out there in LA. Supposedly it did really well. So, you know, maybe they did make a few million. Good for them. However, Lil Fizz messed that up. That's not even going to happen anymore. And if it does happen, it's probably going to be way later on down the line when Omarion kind of like gets over this or whatever. Now, Omarion has done a couple of interviews. I didn't watch the interview in its entirety. You know, as I've said before, I can only give these people just a little bit of my energy and my time. So I don't do too much major research about this stuff, because I have a short attention span, and, you know, I just want to kind of skim the basics, skim the initial facts, skim the initial thing that's trending, and I'm done. I'm not really doing much research. about it. But and that's just me. Sorry, whatever. Um, so yeah, they supposedly made a pretty penny with the Millennium Tour. They wanted to be a part of it again. At least Bug did. He wanted to get everybody on board. Lil Fizz messed that up because he's messing around with April Jones. Okay. And as I was saying, Omarion did a couple of interviews. I kind of peeked in on an interview he did with Vlad, um, DJ Vlad, or whatever he is. He sits down and talks to a lot of the people in hip hop culture, and even though he is a middle-aged white Jewish man, I don't know how he became the go-to for hip hop, but he is. Seems like they would probably be going to. Initially may have been the most popular one of the time, and that's how he got established. But at this point, there's so many guys that maybe not as popular, especially on YouTube, like having the internet wave as their platform. So many guys that are in the culture that are African American that these people can actually sit down with. Hell, I'd rather you go to Hollywood Unlocked, even though they are like really, really about the gossip. But I mean, all of us are to a certain extent. I mean, I'm pretty much using commentary to talk about gossip as well. But it's kind of really not gossip because it's kind of what these guys are actually revealing to us through the internet. Gossip is kind of like hearsay. This stuff is really coming from the horse's mouths. But yeah, everybody goes to Vlad, but I mean, like I said, there's so many guys now that may not be as popular as Vlad, but they are about the culture and everything that a lot of these people could sit down with. So hopefully going forward, we'll kind of get to meet these people, and they can be a bigger part of the hip hop culture, and have sit downs with some of these people, because it only makes sense. But anyway, that's kind of off topic. I really wanted to get back to Omarion sitting down, having an interview. He had the interview, and for the most part, he came across as very peaceful, very zen. That was the word that I seen a lot when they described Omarion's interview. Like he was like zen, like he was like totally calm and peaceful. He didn't really have anything negative to say about either of them, about the baby mama, which is good because that is the mother of his children. And he didn't have anything really negative to say about Lil Fizz either. So he just went the route of, if they're happy and they found love with each other, so be it. More power to them. I'm happy for them as long as my kids are not harmed, or there's nothing negative going on around them. He's good with it. So, but we all know how men are. I'm not a man, but we all know that men operate with testosterone, and we know that men are into who has the most money, the prettiest girl, the baddest car. In that order. Or the most money, the baddest car, the prettiest girl. Maybe in that order. So, with that being said, he's probably just, figuring this is pretty much the best way to go, to make it seem like he's not like jealous or anything like that. But it's kind of hard not to be, not necessarily jealous, but it's kind of hard not to be pissed at your boy or at your teammate or at your your bandmate. You know what I mean? He kind of effed up the bro code. Like, how are you gonna sit up there and start dating a girl that he used to go with, that he has kids by, and you guys are friends, and if not friends, you were in a group together. Like, if nothing else, it's going to mess up your bag, because all what's going to happen is that this guy is going to leave the group, and you guys are going to be left with nothing. Like, you guys are going to be left to fend for yourself and try to figure it out, whereas he's going on and he's a part of the Millennium Tour, but just as a solo act. Why? Because it goes to show that he was the main person in the group. He has the talent, he can dance, he can sing, and a lot of people want to see him, and they don't have to necessarily see the rest of the guys. There you go, Dodo Bird. You messed up your money because you're gonna run out of money. Like he on the show, he bought this or rented. I don't know what if he bought it or rented this new house and everything. Like they live in LA. The cost of living in LA, I don't know the exact number, but I know it's high. It's astronomical. They base the cost of living off of these celebrities. You know, that's why the real estate is so high. Like I don't understand how they base the cost of living off of them, but whatever. So, I mean, real estate is astronomical, and he probably renting the house. So, you gonna run out of money. Like, how are you making money outside of these millennial tours? I mean, okay, you getting a couple of dollars from Mona Scott Young and them with the Love and Hip Hop, but I mean, come on. Really? And then she don't make any money. Like, all she's getting is probably her child support check or whatever. And like I said, I didn't do major research, but I think they share custody. So, you know, the 6 months that he is with, that the children are with Omarion, she don't even get no check those 6 months. So, you know, you doing all that for love or the P? Wow. You're going to be broke in a minute. So, I mean, he's not thinking. And to me, in my opinion, it just seems like he's just trying to get back at him. He's trying to hurt him. He can't hurt him in no other way because he doesn't have the talent. So he can't really go toe-to-toe with him in that way. He went toe-to-toe with him by taking his girl. And in all actuality, you still didn't win because guess what? That's his leftovers. Like, what does he really care? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he's really more concerned with the kids. And like he said, don't hurt my kids. Don't do anything stupid around my kids. And we good. If you want her, you can have her because I left her. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he's looking at it. He left her for whatever reasons. Why? You know, that hasn't come up yet. She is indicating that she has no clue as well. So, nobody really knows but him, April, and that's really it. So, and they do say that she was devastated by it. And she has a play in this as well. She's a woman scorned. So, you know, she feels that Omarion is going to feel a way as well about, you know, her dating him. So they both are kind of like trying to get at him because they can't really touch him. Like, you can't really get with him. He's kind of doing his own thing. He's making moves, you know, obviously that benefit him. And these other people kind of don't like it. You know, the move he made to leave the relationship, obviously she's not going to like that. Like she said, he didn't really give her a real explanation. I don't know if that's true or not. But the fact of the matter is that he left her. This guy, the Lil Fizz guy, you know, like I said, he sees and he knows that Omarion has all the talent. And you can't touch this little guy. And he couldn't get with him in any other way besides the woman. That was the weak spot. That was his end in order to, like, pay him back or get him back or whatever. Because when you hear Fizz talk about Omarion on the show, you kind of can hear the jealousy in his tone of voice. So, yeah. It's just a hot mess. I'm glad Omarion is taking the high road. I'm glad he's all about the bag and just like, you know what, I can do this. I can show him better than I can tell him. Because I can be a part of anybody's Millennium Tour without them. And he did that. He released that statement on, I believe it was the little boy's birthday, the Lil Fizz character. It was his birthday. So that was like a smack in the face, right? And, you know, while they posting lovey-dovey pictures, him and April, he posted that he's going to be a part of the, you know, the Millennium Tour. So, you know, unfortunately, the other band members, they're suffering. They have to suffer through this because of Lil Fizz. He don't give a F. And it's shocking to me that he picked a woman over making money. Like by you not really having any talent, in a minute you gonna be really really out of money. What are you gonna do? Because this boy could very well just say, I'm never going back to B2K. We'll never make an appearance. You know what I mean? But money does talk. And, you know, if the price is right, eventually he probably will give in. But by then, Lil Fizz would be probably living on the streets of LA. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have any other source of income, or not, you know, not a source where you can make some substantial amount of money to stay afloat. You get what I'm saying? So it's just surprising to me that he was really, really willing to jump out the window in this way and really kind of throw his career out the window, or his meal ticket to make money. You know what I mean? When you kind of cross Omarion, and you know, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. You kind of cross him in this way. You know, he has no other choice but to do what he's doing. And unfortunately, the rest of the guys suffer, and that's messed up. So, I don't know, Lil Fizz, he messed up the bro code. And April, you know, it's just age-old saying of a woman's scorn. And it's just kind of unfortunate that it's, you know, it all played out this way. Hopefully, you know, the kids, they'll be fine. And, you know, because Lil Fizz has a little boy as well. So hopefully the kids will be fine, and, you know, they can be one big happy family, if nothing else. But you guys tell me your opinion on April being a woman scorned, and Lil Fizz just being a hater, basically feeling like he can't really touch Omarion, and the only way he felt like he could really, you know, get back at him or punch him was, you know, trying to get with his ex. Do you guys agree or not? Please let me know. I kind of just really wanted to talk about that. That's like the trending topic over this holiday weekend. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts, your views. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think.